Hey everybody, and welcome back to the board meeting. Today I'm doing a top 10 list, but these aren't even games that I've played. This is my top 10 games that I want to play that are on my shelf of shame. And for some reason they have sat on the shelf unattended, unloved, and unplayed. And for some reason or another, just haven't played them. Haven't gotten to them. I play a ton of games, so sometimes games are going to sit on there. For me to consider a game on the shelf of shame, I pretty much think I'd say it's 4 or 5 months or longer that it's been sitting on my shelf. Because a lot of times I get a lot of games, so they'll sit on the shelf for a while sometimes. But these games have been sitting on there for a long time, and maybe I don't have a good excuse for them. But I'm not going to be ranking them from the games that I want to play the most to the least, or least to the most. I'm actually going to just put these in order on BGG. So my number 10 will be the lowest on BGG, and my number 1 will be pretty high on BGG. So with that, let's just look at these 10 games, and maybe at the end tell me which one I should play first. Alright, so let's go to number 10, which is Spectre Ops Broken Covenant by Emerson Matsuuchi. It is currently, at this time, ranked 3,380th on BGG. And this is a hidden movement game. I think it looks pretty interesting. I think it'll be good. I just got this game really cheap one time, and it's by Emerson Matsuuchi, which I love his games. His games just speak to me usually. But for some reason or another, just hasn't gotten played. Yeah. No excuse. Might be a theme. Alright, next would be Doctor Who Time of the Daleks. And this is ranked 2,714th on BGG. And this is a cooperative dice chucking game. And why I want to play this specifically is I heard it's not that bad, and it's Doctor Who themed. So, not that bad, doesn't seem like a ringing endorsement. But we don't have a very good Doctor Who game. So I've got hope for this, that maybe it's decent. And I am a big Doctor Who fan. I'm a nerd, okay? Alright, let's move on to number 8, which is Wendake. I'm not sure how to say that, so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Wendak. Right now, this is ranked, let's see, where am I at? 912th. And I think this is a worker placement kind of area majority game. And I got this game a while back because the Brothers Murph talk about it quite a bit. It just looks neat. I really like the artwork on here. It looks great. And I've broken it out a couple times and tried to read the rule book. And maybe it's not that complex, but it just, every time I get to the rule book, it's just like, oof. And I get distracted. It happens sometimes. Let's move on to number 7. Which is a big game. Okay. Wasteland Express Delivery Service. And this is a pick up and deliver game. And it is a massive game. It's big. And I really like the apocalypse theme that's on here. I think it's going to be a good game. I think I will like it. But I've heard it takes a long time, so I've kind of been pushing it off. Maybe I shouldn't be. But another game, I really like the artwork. I like just this look. And it looks like it's got some miniatures in it too. So one day it'll get off this shelf. Alright, going on to number 6. And Wasteland Express, before I forget, is ranked 748th. So, yeah, going to number 6 is In the Hall of the Mountain King. And I've heard nothing but great things about this game. And it is a pick up and deliver game, I believe, as well. But I think you're laying down tiles, and I think they're in polyomino shapes, is what it looks like. Which, it sounds very interesting. And one of the big reasons why I haven't played this is it doesn't have a solo mode. But, yesterday, in the mail, I received this, which turns this game, you can play it solo now or cooperatively. So, now since I have this, I have no excuse not to play it. since I can play it solo, I don't have to depend on other people. So hopefully that comes off my shelf of shame. Hopefully this week, maybe next week. Let's move on to, did I say what the rank was? This was 645 for the rank on this one. So slightly moving up there. Next, let's go to number 5, which is Tekhenu, Obelisk of the Sun. And I received this as a gift. And this is part of that T-series, the Teotihuacan, and there's a few other ones in there. And I really like Teotihuacan. And this is just, I should be playing this. I should. It even has a solo mode, which it's by the same people, I believe, that did the solo mode for Teotihuacan, which is done extremely well. And this is just, it's a big, heavy game. So I think it's kind of scared me off a little bit, even though I've played other games, but the fact that you got to learn it by yourself if you want to play a solo game kind of thing. Yeah. And that is ranked 422nd. So slightly moving up. Next, number 4 is Aeon's End Legacy, ranked 242nd currently. This is a legacy game, and my excuse for not playing this one is it's a legacy game. I gotta find a group that is willing to be dedicated to playing this through, because I've currently playing through Clank Legacy for the last year and couple months now, so we're on the last possible episode of Clank Legacy, which I absolutely love Clank Legacy, but we can't seem to get done. So I don't want that to happen with this one. I'd like a more dedicated group for that. So just got to look for that one. Number 3 is Lorenzo il Magnifico. And it's fun to say, and it looks fun to play. And this one, this might be on this list the one that I want to play the most, because it is dice placement. And if you guys watched my top 5 mechanics, dice placement is pretty high up there. I love dice placement games, and it just seems like it'd be great. This run is ranked 96th. So this one is probably, I don't have an excuse for this one at all. I should be playing this one, and I should be playing it often, probably. Number 2 is ranked 37th on BGG, and that is Maracaibo. And I've had this on there for a while. Right after I got this, one of my friends got Great Western Trail, and we played that a few times. And I heard this is pretty similar to Great Western Trail, and it's not a popular opinion, but I didn't enjoy Great Western Trail that much. I thought it was decent, but it wasn't a game that I wanted to play a lot. And so if this is a lot like that, I don't know if I should. I hear great things, but like I said, if it's like Great Western Trail and I don't like Great Western Trail, would I like Maracaibo then? It does have a solo mode, so maybe I should be. All right, going on to number 1, which is ranked 18th. Concordia, and I've had this game forever, it feels like. It's a very weird size box, actually, now that I look at it. But ranked 18th, and it's a hand management game, and I like hand management games, so, and I think you're moving around a board while playing all these different cards. Not quite sure, but it looks like a fun Euro-style game. And I should be playing it, but again, it's just not getting on off the shelf for some reason, one reason or another. I've brought this to a friend's house several times, along with most of these games actually, and I always bring a bag, and then we look at the bag and which games do we want to learn or play, or which ones, and these are the games that just I don't really want to learn that today kind of thing. But yeah, those are my top 10 games that are sitting on my shelf of shame that I want to play, but for some reason I can't get them off the shelf. What do you guys think of this list? What games should I be playing right now? Right after this video, which ones do I need to set up and learn? What am I missing out on from these games? Let me know in the comments below. But I think that will adjourn this meeting. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like and subscribe to see more videos from me at the board meeting in the future. I hope you all have an amazing day, and take care, everyone.